Hello all, in this video we will be talking about the functional group of alkane, or truly the only no group functional group, which means only carbon-carbon single bonds and carbon-hydrogen bonds. Firstly, let's remember that carbon will need 4 bonds and 0 charges, and hydrogens will need 1 bond and 0 charges. Alkanes are chemical compounds made out of carbon and hydrogen. The simplest alkane is methane, which is made of 1 carbon atom and 4 hydrogen atoms. Okay, so our first problem is pentane. Let's first talk about the name pentane. Pent, if you remember, equals 5, so there will be 5 carbons. Ane is no functional group. Next, we will draw 5 carbons in a single line with 1 line connecting each of them. To make things easier, every time I draw something new, it will be in red to make it easier to see the changes, then it will turn back to black. Great, we have the first part done. See, now it's in black. I will do the same for all of the steps. Next, let's deal with the ane, which will help us remember that there is no functional group, so all we need is hydrogen connected to the 5 carbons we have drawn. If you remember in the beginning, I said that carbon will need 4 bonds, while the hydrogens are what will help us create the bonds. For the 3 carbons in the middle, we are excluding the one on the far right and the one on the far left for now. These will only need a hydrogen on the top and the bottom, as they already have 1 bond on either side of them with the other carbons. Now, the 2 on either side will need 3 hydrogen bonds, as they only have 1 carbon on either side of them. So we will add for each one a hydrogen on top, on the bottom, and on the side. Great job! Now let's move on to the next question. Alrighty, so our next question is butane. Let's first talk about the name butane. First, let's do the but side. If you remember, but means 4 in numerical order. So let's draw 4 carbons to represent them. And as usual, the ane represents a no functional group. Alrighty, now on to the second part. If you remember, each of these carbons will need 4 bonds. So the 2 in the middle, we are excluding the 2 carbons on each end. We will only need 2 hydrogens on the top and the bottom to complete them, as they already have 2 other bonds on either side of them from their connections to the other carbons. Now, the 2 on the end, just like the last problem, will need 3 bonds to complete their 4 needed, as they only have 1 other bond on either side of them. Great job, we're halfway there. Let's do the next problem. Our next problem is propane. Now, I will go a little faster with this one. So, as we know, prop equals 3, so 3 carbons, and ane means no functional group, as usual. Next, the carbon in the middle, as usual, will have 2 hydrogens, 1 above, 1 below. That will give the carbon in the middle the 4 bonds it needed, as it gets 2 from its fellow carbons on the right and the left. The 2 carbons on the end, rightmost and leftmost, will get 3 hydrogens, top, bottom, and side, as they each have only 1 connection to their fellow carbon, so altogether they will have 4. And now we're going to a mystery alkane. Alright, we are now on the final problem. So this one may seem a little confusing, but I promise you it's not. All this picture is a simpler version of what we've been doing. So each of the endpoints counts as 1 carbon. So let's count each carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So as we can tell, there's 10 endpoints, which means it will get the name dec. As we know, dec equals 10, so this will be decane. So as decane has 10 endpoints, which are the carbons, all carbons except for the 2 end ones, rightmost and leftmost, get 2 hydrogens, and the end ones will get 3. So in total, there will be 10 carbons and 22 hydrogens. Great work with all of these. Good luck on the rest of your practice and good chemistry to all.
Ethan Yatsaki here. I hope this helped. Thank you!